pregnant.
What?
Yes, I am pregnant.
No, she's not. Are you for
been
real?
how?
You serious?
Yes, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Do y'all want to see the
I want to see it. Is that the stick, bitch?
Y'all, stop what you're doing, drop your drink, and grab your nearest edge because Miss Sierra Dunn flipped the entire love and hip-hop ADL script on its swollen, baby bump head. Like, excuse me, was anybody, and I mean anybody, prepared for that announcement? 1 minute it's friendship drama, lip gloss, and lace fronts, and the next, boom, I'm pregnant, and it's young Jock's baby, IWHAT. Did we fall into an alternate timeline where Jock is still adding to his kingdom of chaos? Or did Sierra just wake up and choose generational mess? Because let's be real, when it comes to love and hip-hop, pregnancy announcements aren't just, I'm having a baby, they're relationship grenades lobbed into already unstable group chats. So now the internet is on fire. People are clutching pearls, rewatching episodes, zooming in on old flirty scenes like, wait, was this the moment Jock shot the club up? And baby, we're just getting started. Buckle up. Because this ain't just tea, this is boiling scandal stew, and it smells like secrets, scandal, and stretch marks. Let's get into this messy masterpiece, shall we? Now look, we've seen a lot of chaos on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, cheating scandals, wig pulling, sister fights, side chick reveal parties. But what Sierra just did, baby, this ain't just reality TV, this is a national emergency in stilettos.so. Let's set the scene. The girls are sitting pretty. There's tension in the air, you can feel it through the screen. Friendships on life support. Drama brewing like a hot pot of Lipton with no sugar. And right when everyone thought Sierra was just gonna cry a little and go home, I'm pregnant. With a face full of makeup and a heart full of stress, Miss Sierra drops the mic. And you know what? The room goes silent. Not a whisper. Not a side eye, just stunned Botox faces blinking in disbelief. And just when folks start to process that, she makes it worse. So much worse. It's young Jock's. Young Jock, a walking father figure. Literally, a man who collects children like they're streaming royalties. A man whose pullout game is worse than a reality star's acting skills. Now you know this set social media on fire. Twitter imploded. Instagram, people zooming into old episodes, screenshotting interactions between Jock and Sierra like, wait, is that when it happened? He touched her shoulder too long in that one scene. Girl, this is not just tea. This is a scalding pot of baby mama soup served in a gold-plated scandal bowl. Because let's be clear, Sierra and young Jock weren't even officially together. Not publicly, at least. No cute couple photos. No IG captions with my man, and definitely no signs that she was ready to be baby mama number WHO even knows at this point. So when she made that announcement, phew, the shockwaves it sent through the LHTL cast, and let's be honest, the internet in general were nuclear. But let's not act brand new. Sierra is no stranger to a scandal. This ain't her first time riding the messy train with no brakes. Let's rewind for a second. Remember BK Brosco? Chilly. That relationship had more red flags than a clearance rack at Target. Between the cheating, rumors, that messy breakup, and Sierra's constant crying and glitter eyeshadow, viewers have seen this girl go through it. And now, this? From crying over heartbreak to carrying a baby from ATL's most famous serial impregnator. This ain't growth. This is an evolution of drama. A scandal glow up, if you will. And don't forget, young Jock's track record is not cute. This man is basically the Nick Cannon of the South. We've got multiple baby mamas, endless drama, mystery children popping up like plot twists, and somehow he's still grinning on every episode like nothing ever happened. So why, Sierra? Why? Was it love? Was it a late-night studio session? Was it tequila and unresolved sexual tension? We may never know the exact moment Jock made that deposit, but what we do know is, the girl is pregnant, and she's claiming Jock as the baby daddy, and the internet is unwell. People are like, did Jock get a loyalty card at the maternity ward? Is Sierra the season finale or the season opener? Do these people not believe in condoms anymore? And honestly, valid questions. Because with all the drama swirling around these two, and let's not forget, Jock is supposedly in a whole marriage, this baby announcement is not just shocking, it's career-threatening, relationship-wrecking, friend circle destroying, legacy ruining. And if you think this was just a random pregnancy announcement to stir up a little buzz, baby, Grab your seatbelt and your prenatals because we're just getting started. Because what happened next? Hooney. That's where things start to unravel like Jock's last relationship timeline. Sierra didn't just announce the pregnancy. No. She came with documents. We did the pee test, the blood test, all the tests. It's a baby in there. The audacity, the clinical confidence, the violence of that statement, and everyone just sat there, blinking like confused emojis. You know it's real when even Carly Red ain't got nothing to say and that woman got opinions about everything. So now the room is shaking. And the real question isn't, is she pregnant? Nah, we believe that. The real question is, what happens now? Because if Sierra's telling the truth, and let's face it, reality TV truth is like 40% truth, 60% storyline, then Jock has got a whole new chapter of baby mama drama to deal with, and we already know his hands are full, literally, of diapers, court papers, and alimony. But here's where it gets even messier. And yes, I know what you're thinking, how does it get messier than this? Well, buckle up, because right after Sierra made her big reveal, guess what someone in production accidentally leaked? Oh yes, there's more. So boom. Sierra drops the bomb. She's pregnant, and young Jock is the father. But just when you think the girls couldn't clutch their pearls any tighter, production slips up. Allegedly, accidentally. A leaked clip now mysteriously scrubbed from VH1's servers showed a behind-the-scenes moment where a crew member whispers into their mic, "We got the paperwork." She's telling the truth. Paperwork? Like medical documents? Court files? DNA pre-registrations? No one knows. But once that whisper hit the internet, boom. The conspiracy theorists entered the chat. One fan posted, "I zoomed in on her nails. The same nails from a pic she posted in March. That's when she was glowing different." Jock was in Miami that week. Y'all do the math. Another TikTok. Deep Diver said, "Okay, hear me out. Sierra and Jock were both missing from the reunion taping for like 3 hours. Something definitely went down. And then came the fan cam edits. Slow zooms, sad music, voiceovers like, 'It was always you, Jock.' The internet did what it does best and turned Sierra's pregnancy into a full-on scandal cinematic universe. Meanwhile, Jock stayed suspiciously silent. No comments, no posts, no interviews, not even a congrats emoji. Radio, silence, until one shady little tweet showed up from one of his old flames. Told y'all, he don't know how to sit down, can't even wrap it up. That tweet alone sent the timeline into flames. People were dragging Jock like he just invented cheating. And Sierra? She was glowing not just from pregnancy hormones but from being the center of the chaos. Let's be real. She's not new to this. She's true to this. She even posted a story saying, "When you stop hiding your truth, the world starts exposing their lies." A quote? In a baby scandal? Ma'am, but it didn't stop there. Because once this news broke, the floodgates opened. Anonymous DMs started leaking. Alleged insiders came forward. And the stories were wild. One anonymous source claimed to be a hairstylist on set. They sent in a tip that said, "I saw Jock rubbing her back at lunch break. It wasn't friendly. It was intimate. The kind of touch that says, we already did it." And let's just say, Sierra looked. Content. Another claimed they had text messages between Sierra and a close friend, where she allegedly said, "I ain't wanna tell nobody. Yet, it just happened, and now I gotta deal with it." Happened? Girl, what is this, a parking ticket? Let's not forget, Jock is married, or kinda sorta maybe was. Rumors have been swirling about tension between Jock and his current wife Kendra, and now the streets are saying this baby news might be the final nail in that designer coffin. In fact, one spicy blog even posted that Kendra has allegedly already moved out. A blurred photo surfaced showing her removing boxes from what looks like their ATL townhouse. She's wearing sunglasses, but fans were convinced. Yep, that's her. That walk says, "I'm done with this clownery." And honestly, we wouldn't blame her. Jock's baby resume is longer than a CVS receipt. The man is basically a walking paternity test commercial. So while Jock hides from the spotlight, Sierra is soaking it up. She shows up to a brunch with the girls wearing a tight pink dress, bump on full display, sipping on sparkling water like she's that girl. Because apparently, she is. Carly Red, who's never seen a secret she didn't want to spill, leaned in and asked, "Sue, are you keeping it?" Sierra clutched her purse, tilted her head and said, "This baby was sent to me. I'm done hiding. And boom. Now the girls are crying, hugging her, acting like they didn't just roast her behind her back to scenes ago. Reality TV is so fake it hurts, but it's entertaining. Let's not forget the public reaction, because outside the show, the real mess lives online. Twitter was a war zone. People choosing sides like it's the Super Bowl of toxicity. Team Sierra. Fans said, she deserves happiness. Jock just needs to grow up and claim his baby. While the haters chimed in, she knew who he was. Don't act surprised when he moves the same. And then the wild cards came in. This baby better get a spin-off show. Baby Jock in the building. We even got a GoFundMe titled Diapers for Baby. What number risked this? It raised over $800 in 24 hours before getting taken down. Apparently Jock didn't find it funny. Then came the gossip pages, and they had a field day. At LHHATL posted alleged screenshots of Jock texting someone. She trippin'. This wasn't supposed to go public. At Messy Mondi's claims, a producer confirmed the pregnancy storyline wasn't planned, and now VH1 is scrambling to rewrite entire episodes. The drama is not just on the show anymore, it's devouring the production crew, the fans, the cast, and probably a few innocent cameramen. And let's not forget the club appearance scandal, because right when you think things can't escalate further, Sierra and Jock were both spotted entering the same lounge in Buckhead on a Friday night. Separate entrances, security guards, awkward energy. Allegedly, Jock was booked to host a night called Daddy Season. We're not kidding, and Sierra showed up unannounced. One clubgoer posted, the tension was thick. Jock looked like he saw a ghost. Sierra walked in like a queen. She stayed for exactly 10 minutes, then walked out. But in that time, people filmed at least 3 different angles, edited with captions like, the mother has arrived. Yup, it's that deep. So now everyone's waiting. Jock's wife, silent. Jock, MIA. Sierra, posting affirmations and baby bump pics with Drake. Lyrics. And just when the public was about to calm down, boom, another source came forward. And this one, they didn't just spill tea, they brought the whole kettle. Now listen, y'all, just when you thought it couldn't get any messier. Boom, the entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta set goes into DEFCON 1. Because the moment Sierra announced that baby bump wasn't just bloat from bad sushi but a confirmed pregnancy, everything went sideways. Like, straight up, people were choking on their drinks, wigs got snatched emotionally, and somewhere in the distance, young Jock reportedly dropped his plate of lemon pepper wings. Why? Because word on the fake street is, he might be the baby daddy. Yup, let that sink in. We went from pass me the hot sauce to pass the DNA test real quick. Allegedly, according to a very unreliable source, a cousin of a friend of a hairstylist who once brushed past Jock in a Kroger parking lot. Jock and Sierra had a secret, steamy situationship. And not just any situationship, honey. This was allegedly going down while he was still trying to work things out with Kendra. So if true, this ain't just a baby, it's a full-blown franchise scandal. And what did Jock allegedly say when he heard the news? Me? Nah, that ain't my. Wait, for real? You could practically hear the child support clock ticking. But here's where things get truly messy. The production team didn't see this coming. They thought this season's storyline would revolve around minor drama, cheating allegations, petty arguments, or maybe Scrappy pretending to be innocent again. But Sierra? Oh, she said, let me shake the table and break the whole foundation. Insiders claim producers scrambled to re-edit episodes, with emergency confessionals being filmed to capture everyone's raw reactions. One crew member allegedly said, we were filming a brunch scene. Suddenly, we were filming the Maury show. Meanwhile, fans on Twitter lost their collective minds. One user wrote, not Jock getting his 20th child on national TV. He's gonna need a reality show just for his baby mamas. Another posted, Sierra knew exactly what she was doing. She ain't slick. She dropped that bomb like it was the BET Awards. And listen, some even theorized that this might have been a PR stunt, orchestrated by Mona Scott herself. You know, the queen of chaos and cliffhangers. Some folks believe Sierra got the green light to shake things up, just to boost ratings. And guess what? It worked. Ratings spiked 38% overnight. But here's the million-dollar fake question. Is Jock really the daddy? Well, according to Imaginary, leaked paperwork from a private clinic in Buckhead, there's a pending paternity test scheduled, and guess what? Jock allegedly requested 2 separate labs run the results. Why? Cause ain't no way I'm trusting a test that comes with a love and hip hop logo on it, he reportedly joked. But while Jock's cracking jokes Kendra, she's reportedly cracking down. Sources say she stormed off the set and hasn't filmed since. One production assistant allegedly overheard her shouting, "That's it. Y'all want drama? You're about to get a lawsuit." Whether or not legal action is on the table, no clue. But one thing's for sure, she ain't sticking around to play stepmom number 12. And get this, another love and hip hop alum, who asked to remain anonymous but totally sounded like Mama D on the phone, said, "This right here, this the kind of mess that makes Zeus Network look like PBS." Meanwhile, Sierra's holding her head high, flashing those ultrasound pics, like she just dropped a hit single. In a newly filmed confessional, she allegedly says, "I know people gon' judge, but this baby is my joy. And if it's Jocks, we gon' handle that like grown folks, or at least reality TV adults." But of course, not everyone is buying the sincerity. Some say this whole thing feels like a playbook move pulling from the Joseline Hernandez pregnancy for ratings saga. One fan posted, "Y'all remember when Joseline said Stevie was the daddy, then had a whole DNA drama? Mona recycled the plot and changed the cast. Y'all ain't slick." Even Stevie J himself allegedly posted a cryptic emoji on Instagram. Just a baby bottle. That's it. No caption, no context. And the internet lost it. But let's not forget the ultimate question that's lingering in everyone's minds, like, a cheap perfume in a party bus. What happens next? Well, if we go by love and hip-hop tradition, there's gonna be a baby shower fight. There's going to be someone showing up uninvited. And someone, probably Carly Red, will faint in dramatic fashion, holding a mimosa, and knowing Jock, he's probably gonna bring a gift, a new girlfriend, and his barber to the shower. The tension? Already boiling. Apparently, a joint sit-down between Sierra, Jock, and Kendra was scheduled to happen next week. But the tea is Kendra said nope, she ain't filming, she ain't showing, and she ain't about to be a side character in Jock's ongoing "I Got Too Many Kids" storyline. One insider joked, at this point, Jock's gonna need a family tree app just to keep track of his baby mamas during roll call. And let's not forget Sierra's mom reportedly flew into town after the announcement, because she found out through a clip on Instagram Reels. That's how out of the loop some folks were. Imagine watching your daughter's pregnancy reveal sandwiched between a slime tutorial and a cooking hack. Tragic. As of now, Sierra's keeping quiet on social media, just posting cryptic messages like, "What's meant to be will be, and God gives his toughest battles to his baddest queens." Translation? She said what she said, and she's not backing down. But in the shadows, the producers are reportedly already planning a spin-off special. Yep, you heard it here first. Sierra and the baby daddy. ATL Diaries may be in pre-production, with early talks about adding paternity test footage, baby bump fashion episodes, and maybe even a Jock vs. Kendra showdown hosted by Dr. Ish. It's messy. It's dramatic. It's everything we never asked for but can't stop watching. And just when you thought the credits were about to roll, there's one last twist. An anonymous source says another cast member is also pregnant and might have kept it quiet out of fear that their baby daddy was the same dude. Oh yeah, this ain't over. This is Love and Hip Hop ATL, baby. The show where truth is optional, drama is mandatory, and nobody is safe. And baby, if y'all ain't clutching your pearls by now, you might be spiritually numb. Because this ain't just a pregnancy announcement, this is an entire reality TV earthquake, shaking the foundations of every friendship, every situationship, and every petty alliance built over 13 chaotic seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now the only question left is, who's really the father? Is young Jock dodging DNA tests like they subpoenas? Is Sierra just playing checkers while the rest of them think they play in chess? Or is this all one big ratings-grabbing stunt, cooked up in the devil's kitchen by Mona Scott Young herself? Chili, we don't have the answers yet, but you better believe we're watching with both eyes open and all 10 toes down. So now it's your turn, fam. Do you think Jock is really the daddy? Is Sierra hiding more than just a baby bump? And how long before Carly Red somehow inserts herself into all this? Drop your wildest theories in the comments, because you know we read everything. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you live for the drama, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next twist in this never-ending roller coaster we call reality TV. Because if this was just the pregnancy reveal, imagine what's coming next. Stay messy, stay tuned, stay petty, This is only the beginning.